What's up, everybody? We back with another message, another video. Thank you to all my new subscribers and future new subscribers. You know we do nothing here without God because everything is spiritually led by God over here. We cover the world from a spiritual and physical aspect to get the raw, real, and uncut answers. So anything you hear, anything you see in these end times, may you test the spirits, aka take the words and visuals back to prayer with God, as there are many Decepticons running around these end times sent from the enemy, had that strong, close, and personal relationship with God. Good, great, awesome. I just had a major realization. And when I was sitting here, I really kind of started to feel bad about it because I could not believe that I missed it and didn't realize everything that happened. But I had to check myself because I had to make sure to close that gateway because the enemy would try to take advantage of that. But yeah, y'all, I'm sitting here, I'm waiting. And then I'm like thinking to myself, what is happening? Like, what's going on? Why, you know, I know what you showed me. I know what you told me. And I put it out. And even the confirmations physically that I was getting, rainbows, just all types of stuff about the Christmas in July and the promise. But what I didn't realize is it was so much going on, from the warfare to all the different warnings he was giving consistently, that for me at least, and maybe many others did it, but I'm just speaking for myself here. For me at least, I combined the two different things. So the Christmas in July and the warnings. So y'all check it out. The message he gave for last week said, look next week and onward. So that was last week going forward into August, right? So yeah, that's one of the words he gave me. Look next week and onward. So yeah, for me, I was like, I really don't like giving time because I don't know, like, that's the first time that's happened. So I'm sitting here thinking about it, and I realized everything that happened. So much happened, and it was just overlooked. The wallets, y'all, from the ledgers to all the wallets that people were getting that they were not expecting to receive. People got them earlier than expected, and it was literally like Christmas. Packages coming the mail. I got mine. I opening packages and getting the wallet. I can feel him strongly right now. Cause he knows this has been really bothering me all night. But yeah, one after the other, after the other, after the other. Everybody getting their wallets early. And it was literally Christmas in July. Because people didn't have their wallets. They didn't have a ledger. They couldn't afford, like, he was literally allowing people discounts to get the wallets. There were discounts going on to make them more affordable for people. And people were just getting them left and right so they could get prepared. Because we need it. And I just totally overlooked that. And when I thought about it, I felt horrible. I felt terrible. You know? And even with the warning signals, so when it comes to that part, he was just so adamant on people understanding the seriousness of not procrastinating and getting these things done and getting the knowledge before it all happened, you know? Because he was saying that there would be no more delay. He was not delaying the same way he did last year. We are at that mark of 12 rounds with August, because August is really where everybody figured it out the first time or got told about it. We are at the 12 round mark. This is the 12th round. So, you know, I'm just making this video because I wanted to say sorry to him, you know, with y'all, like transparency. So I'm sorry for that because the human kicked in, you know? It's not per se what the Lord was saying was not true, but the way that it was taken was incorrect. And I try to be so careful about that. But it's going to happen. And I've had to learn a lot of things over this past week about me being a human. Like from my spiritual warfare, from the enemy making me think, oh, you're not hearing right, or your gift, this and that. Like it's been this has been one of the toughest weeks for me because I've really been challenged in such a new way. And I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot. You know, this is the first time I've ever had an experience like this with him. So, and that's exactly why he wanted me to take my rest too, because sometimes we just do so much and so much and so much that we lose sight of exactly what it is he just did. And, you know, the exhaustion does come in and it's just so much that you take on. It's okay to take that rest because you need it. So it's so much I've had to learn this week. And, you know, the Lord is very excited to bless us. And he's been ready, like he said. The problem is many people just aren't. And he doesn't want to just do something on somebody. So no, he didn't delay again. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying this was taken totally wrong. You know, it was really Christmas in July. And a lot happened in 1 week. So we still got weeks to look forward to. And that's why he said next week, look next week and onward for starting this previous week. We got our ledgers. Well, that's another reason. I didn't get my ledger or anything like that. I already had it. So I didn't even look at it that way. For me, I actually did receive Christmas in July. And I had to sit back and thank him because he increased me a lot. And I had to sit back and think, wow, what was I thinking about? What was I thinking about? He gave me a new gift that I have yet to share with y'all because it's a time and a place for that. But some already know, but you know, and it's a huge gift, huge one. So I said, wow, it truly was Christmas in July, but just the mixture of the different words and so much going on, he had to slow me down because, so he did do Christmas in July. And I just want to thank him for that because people could be without wallets right now. You know, they could be without wallets, but everybody pretty much got theirs early and got it in before the panic comes in where they really do sell out and you can't get them. And you know, this recent one about the Coinbase, when there were glitches today, there were a couple of people, and I do want to say this too. There were a couple of people that were pointing out issues for Coinbase, and the Lord had me give out that word for you not to move out in fear and panic and stuff, because the sell limit orders would be filled regardless of what the enemy was trying to do, if that makes sense. And a lot of people move by fear, and we don't want to do that. So it was a lot of things going on. Fed now was before last week. Then Chase had issues. Then Coinbase this week had started having issues. So it was like glimpses of warnings of what could happen. to show people, hey, this is like not a joke. So, the Lord had me do that Coinbase thing today because he didn't want nobody moving out in panic. And he just wants you to know, like, what's meant for you is meant for you. And I had a couple of people get on here and already start pulling well, it's August 1st and this is what this and this and that. And you know what? This is what I want to say to you. That's why I always tell y'all to test the spirits, because people are human. And even though a messenger is a messenger and they give out the words, it doesn't mean that a person is going to be perfect and have like this grand understanding of his plan in full. Sometimes we really do take it in the wrong way, and it happens in a different way, or a way we're like, oh, wow. So that's why it's always important to test the spirits, because not everything is always for everybody anyway. And just to see people saying that and doing that already, I'm just like, I know that people did not test the spirits, because they then would have received a realization or something from him. Because I've done that before. If something like, okay, what happened? And for me, it's like, it's kind of a disappointing feeling, because it's almost like people didn't learn from what happened last year, where people got attacked a lot. And it just shows me, when you have like a human moment, people are very quick. They don't go to him and ask what happened, or whatever the case may be. They just do what they do. And it's a lesson. It's been nothing but a week of lessons, and I've learned a lot. So yes, there are more things to come coming up in the coming weeks. And he did say that. And I had to remember, next week and onward. And there's a reason why he said it. So I'm thankful for that realization. And I'm thankful that he allowed Christmas in July in the way he allowed it. Because he's really testing a lot of people's faith on things here. He really is. A lot of people have had to move out on faith on some big decisions. And that's what he was looking for as well, too. So it was just a lot of realization he gave me. And again, I just want to get on here and personally tell him sorry for not seeing that. Because I don't like to overlook what he does. He does so much for us. And he's done so much for me this month. Or last month, at least. Definitely a learning experience for sure. And just me looking back over everything that he was telling me about the times colliding, and showing me all the stuff that he was showing me. It really is, things really are colliding, because the attacks are so horrible, and they've been so bad, because the enemy knows. He knows. And if he can get people to not see what God has done like that, then he would try to do it for when God really does the big thing. And now I know, to be more careful on how I'm looking at certain things, and not letting what I'm going through affect my understanding of what he's telling me. So really, to just cap it all off, everything that the Lord showed me and told me, I already know what he did, and giving me confirmation on. And essentially, he did do Christmas in July. We just kind of didn't recognize what he did. So yeah, I just had to get on here and kind of just give that to y'all, and hopefully people will understand. I already know how people are. But yeah, Peace and blessings, y'all, and I will catch y'all in the next one.